Yo, what's up? Um, excuse me. This is Scott Free. I just want to do a quick review of CarX Drift Online. Um, I don't know. I don't think this game is getting enough attention from the gaming community, especially from guys who like drifting and time attack and all that stuff. So I just decided, hey, why not do a quick breakdown of this game? And for $29.99 game, it's pretty good. Most fun I've had in a drift game since probably Need for Speed Underground, and that's including the current Need for Speeds. And this, I think this game just blows it out of the water. So I'm just gonna go do a quick rundown of all the different modes and options and things, and show you guys what this game is about. And first, we're gonna start with the single player. Well, before we even start there, let's start with the garage and the cars and everything. First, we're gonna start with the modes. We'll do that. We got the drift races, which is 13. This is the single player mode, basically. And basically, this is your basic kind of drift mode. This is a single player, by the way, just so that you know. And basically, what it is, you start off with parking A, do your drifting. You can get the bronze, silver, gold, which gets you units or money for the game, 12,000 units, for example. You finish one, you get all the golds, you go to parking A, reverse, and this is very basic, you know what I mean, as you run through the game, and you can just unlock all of these modes. Now, what's good about this is you're not really restricted to just doing this here. This is just in the single player mode. As you're going to see later on, you can go to the multiplayer online portion of this game and rack up a whole bunch of money. And the developers of this game, which I believe is named CarX 2, they made it very easy to just sit online and just gather up so much money. You can unlock all these different tracks offline pretty easily, as well as the cars. So you can see I haven't really played single player mode all that much because I prefer to go online and drift with other people, and it's pretty fun. The community is really good. You always get the occasional person that's being a butthole and wants to ram into you or drive the wrong way on a track and purposely run into people, but you can ban them. So like I said, this game is pretty good. And got plenty of tracks here. Let me see how many do they have around. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 26 tracks. So you got a lot of tracks. And a lot of these are, of course, going to be the reverse of the tracks. As you can see, Red Rock, reverse, Red Rock. So most of them have reverses on them. But you still have 26 tracks. And then some of the tracks, as you can see here in St. Petersburg, for example, you have big open cities almost, Same thing with the, let me see, what's another track on here that has a big open area? Oh, the LA block. You can get on the freeway and go to different portions of the city. It's pretty actually good to be able to do that, because you can go to a corner, for example, and just drift the corner if you want, or you can ride around little areas and just do whatever you basically want to do. So let's go back here. Now we're going to take a look. You got tandem drift. Tandem drift's a little bit different. It's tandem meaning two different cars. You guys drift together and do all that together. So that's pretty fun as well. And you can either have competition for points, which is, you're just going for points, or they have it really complicated where you got to hit the clipping points and drive just right to get the number of points. So it goes from being very easy to being a little bit more difficult. So, but it's not so difficult you won't understand how to play, or you'll get bored with it. So let's go back. You got time attack, same number of tracks, and basically it's the same thing, except you're not racing for drift points. You're just racing for, how fast you can complete the game. So that's there. And of course, training. Now let's go to the garage, because I think this is really kind of important. The garage, of course, you want to know what kind of cars are in this game. Well, just take a look. Now, as you can see here, cars are separated by classes, class 1 through class 5. So class 1, basically the higher the class, the more points you get during competition, or for winning or completing a competition. So as you can notice here, there are no real names to cars, but you will recognize each and every single one. I mean, they look exactly like their real life counterparts. You got the Hachiroku, which is of course the Toyota Truno from Initial D fame. You got the MR. I mean, what is this? The M. I forgot the name of this car, but you know this car. I don't even know what this car is. This is another Miata. I'm sorry, that's what it is. The Miata. You got a BMW, another BMW in Class 2. You go down. You got the Phoenix NX. You got a Dodge Charger, a Volvo wagon. I believe that's the IS3. It's called the Mifune. So, like I said, none of the names are real, but all these cars are real. There's the GTR right there, and let's go down. Lancer Evos, another Skyline. There's a 240 RX-7 FC. That's a Chaser. Another 240, the FD. You even got Toyota. I mean, that's not Toyota. Is that a Nissan maybe? I'm not sure which pickup that is, but like I said, as you can see, when you get all the way down to Class 5 down here, you're gonna have Supras, the Mustangs, the S15, the newer GTR, another old muscle Mustang, muscle car. So you got tons of cars here. And from what I see, because this game has been out on PC and mobile for quite a while, I see on PC, I believe, they have more cars on there. So they have like the coupe version of the Hachiroku, the Toyota Truno there, and several other cars. So hopefully they come out with some DLC packs with more cars. So pretty cool selection of cars, and they all vary. It's not like I'm not gonna say it's as difficult as say Gran Turismo is, but each car has a way to drift. For example, if you race the Hachiroku and drift that, you're gonna have to learn how to control your throttle, because if you put too much throttle into it coming out of those turns of a drift, you will spin out. But then some cars are a little bit easier to drift, and I'm gonna show you the gameplay of that a little bit later on. So, like I said, here's all the cars. Now, I'm gonna pick a car. I'm gonna go pick another car, I should say. Let me see. One of my favorites here. Let's pick the 240. Or as I have now, I have a Seal 80 because I modified the front end of it. Here we go. Let me get that. There we go. So let's go to the mods. First let's start off with the body kit, since it's up there the first thing. Body kits consist of, as you can see, that's my car. I got a one Seal 80. I modified the lights and everything. So that's a Seal 80 right there. One of my favorite cars. And you can go in here and you get tons of options to modify. So let's take a look at the front lights. You got the Seal 80 front. So I actually just went all out with the front. You can do the front bumper, not too many selections here. You got that little crashed out look when your bumper gets knocked off. Let's change that back. The hood, you can go with the no front hood, a hood there, or a hood with a drop vent. The roof. Oh, did I change that back? Because I do not want that hood. I like my regular hood. Okay, you got the roof where you can put the you can have a sunroof up there, no sunroof, front sunroof, little back end there with a little kind of a spoiler back there, or nothing. You can just go back. Oh no, I take that back. An open sunroof, which is pretty cool. We're gonna go with mine. And it goes through the side mirrors. You can change those. I mean, pretty much, there's a lot of good options here for modifying your car. Roll cage or no roll cage, as you can see. The trunk, I mean, and it goes through the bumper down to the exhaust, even the rims you can change. So, lots of options, lots of options. Okay, so let's go to design. You go to the design, pretty much you can mess with the color any way you want. So let's take a look at some of the color options here. See that you can go to the chameleon, which has that changing color when the light hits it. You can mess with the saturation level, brightness. I mean, everything. I don't want to buy that. You can go to your wheels, where you can actually, this is for the, I believe, the outside of the wheel, so you can make that like or at the inside, I'm not sure, but you can modify the outside of the rim or the inside, so you can have your own custom colors there. You can also tint your windows. I haven't done that because actually when you're driving, you can see a little driver in the window, and I like to see my little guy in the window. So, and you can modify tire smoke. Let's take a look at that because you can actually see that as it happens here with it. Look at that, you got like a little pink color. You can do whatever you want basically with that as well. So let's go back again. Then you got some vinyls. And as you can see, I've already have some saved up here. That's one of my uglier ones that I did. And I should probably erase that one, but I won't. And there's my current one. And that's just plain. So as you can see, you can have many different options. Oh no, I did do a hieroglyphics symbol on the front of my hood. Didn't really like that too much, but so I changed it back. Alright, let's go back to where I was. Okay, so you got lots of options on the design. Now let's go to mods. This is really important. You can start off with your stock, right? You get your stock mod right there. That's just pure stock mode. And in some cars, when you have it in stock and you go trying to drift, your car will not drift at all because of the fact that you're in stock mode. So some cars will spin out, some cars won't drift at all. Then you can go over to the turbo. Notice how when you go to turbo, it drops down your car, and you get different kind of modified settings there, and you get springs. And when we get down to ultimate, you're gonna see that you can also adjust. I mean, everything. You can adjust your tire pressure. You can adjust your rim size. You can adjust everything. Your camber, and I mean, just down to the most minute detail you can drift it to. Here's racing. Now racing, as you can see, the top speed changes from turbo to 214 kilometers an hour to and it goes up to 274 with the racing. Now drifting, you might not need that much horsepower depending on how you want to drift, and that's what the ultimate setting is going to be, as I'm going to show you in a minute. That's my current one. I have a drift setting on this car, so awesome. You can just change every little thing. Now the ultimate, which is going to cost you the most, I forgot how much a drift costs, but the ultimate is going to be $30,000. And the reason for that, and I'm not going to pay for it now because I don't want to do that to this car. I might be able to go to another car and show you that. But ultimate settings allow you to fine tune your car. I mean, for, like I said, spring height, camber settings, tire pressure, every minute detail can be modified. It's pretty awesome, actually. So let's go back here. It's the dyno stand, and this is where I was showing you where you can adjust your front spring length, rear spring length, front spring stiffness, rear spring stiffness, front shocks, rear toe, rear camber, anti-roll bars, caster, your max steering angle, and what's missing here, I believe, is from the ultimate setting. So there's something there with the ultimate. You go to your wheels, front wheel diameter, tire width, pressure, front wheel adhesion. Actually, I guess you can adjust those without having to get the ultimate. But front wheel adhesion, front wheel track, tire profiles. I mean, everything. You can. It's really amazing. And then there's your brake settings. And then you got the little test drive down there. You can go down and head on to one of the tracks. I believe it's the parking A. You can go and test that. No, I don't want to save that. So you see, if we go through everything here, it's pretty robust system of upgrading and doing everything you want to do to your car to make it your own. And do what you want to do. You can have different settings for your time attack versus your drifting. I haven't really seen too many people do time attack yet. Everybody just drifts, and I'm gonna let you go online in a moment to show you that. So see, and this is training, which basically is you can all those tracks that you were unlocking in single player mode, you can still unlock here. And like I told you, it doesn't matter if you're playing single player mode or if you're playing online, you will rack up a lot of money just for drifting. And that money can be used to unlock cars or these bases or these different tracks here. So like I said, you can sit down and maybe drift for 30 minutes online and you will have enough money. You'll get $500,000 depending on how long you're drifting. Some people just sit around and watch other people drift or have car meets or whatever online. So, but just depending on how you do it, you will unlock these pretty quickly. So let's go back to the garage. Let's go to my catalog, and I'm about to go online and show you how the online mode works. Let's see, what should I get? I'm gonna take my S15 out. No, it's not the S15. My fault. Class 5 is S15. There we go. So here's my S15, which I'm thinking about changing the color of, but I kind of like that color. Like my little Signal Auto colorway. I try to get it as close. I might go and modify it a little bit. But let's see. Let's go to multiplayer, which has two settings. Basically, here's the room list. So you take that online, hit room list, and what's going to pop up is the game names, and as you can see, there's crossplay with PC players. Ooh, my favorite track, Springstone, is packed. There's a oh, by the way, there are togeys in this game. Believe me, there are togeys. Now, I don't think I want to take my S15 onto it because it's a little bit tougher to drift on it for me, but that's the East Togey. One of the more popular ones is Cami Road. If you want to see it, I'm not too good on Cami with the S15. I need something a little bit lower horsepower, so but I'm going to take it on there anyway and just give you a quick view of it. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I don't really race Cami Road too much, but let's see what happens. It's one of the only games that I love the triggers being used as acceleration. Oh crap, I think people are coming up. Yep. I'm gonna pull over here for them, let them go do their thing. Okay. You will have to learn. Each car is so different in getting it to drift. Some cars, you can just hit that acceleration and power over drift. Other cars, you're gonna have to hit the e-brake, modulate your acceleration. Ooh, watch out for that. Hit and modulate your acceleration and braking, or you will crash into the road. Now, as you can see, the multiplier goes up there. You see I'm drifting outside because I'm going into these turns too fast. So when you go into a turn too fast, you're gonna have to use the e-brake to modulate. You're gonna have to use your braking, drifts, and like I said, each car is different. So for example, with the 8.6, if you're in the middle of a drift and you try to power out of it, you more than likely will spin out. Ooh. So as you can see, this one, like I said, this one's a little bit harder for me because in this car. Now you can see up there, you see somebody just started a competition. And when I get to the bottom, I'm going to show you how that works. Or when I get to a place where I can turn off. Yeah, I suck at this portion of the Togey. I would not pick this high horsepower car to go in. So now I'm going to show you something. You can go all the way down this road, or you can cut through here. Like I said, there's multiple paths to the bottom, different places you can go. Excuse me. Now the reason why I'm running into these, another reason why, is because I'm not hitting the clipping points right. See, being right here is going to send you outside, so. And here you are at this big, you end it at this big parking lot. Now that's another thing, is that a lot of these tracks are based off of real world places. So I'm going to show you, maybe go into the single, well, I guess I won't go into the single player. But as you can see down here, you can either stay down here, or just mess around. It's like these guys are doing, they're over here just drifting and doing what they want to do in this little big parking lot. And then I think there's another way, but I'm going to show you how you can start things. In the middle of the race, you can just pull over to the side. And you can see on the bottom left-hand corner over there, there's different little symbols. Okay, so you can go here, hit X. You can, oops, let me do that again. Keep doing it. Okay. You can sit and watch somebody else drift. Yeah, he's pretty good on here. Yeah, he's pretty good. Or you can go to this menu and create your own races. Add your players, XDS tandem drifting with XDS refereeing. Leader's task to pass the track section according to XDS requirements. Followers' task is to copy the leader's run as much as possible. So the whole point of that, I don't know if you ever seen D1 or Formula Drift racing or drift competitions, I should say. But in that, you know, you're trying to get as close to the guy, the follower, I'm sorry, the guy that's leading is creating, let me get out of the way here before somebody runs into me. I get somebody's way. But the leader, his thing is to go down and go through the track, hitting the clipping points and getting around the track. The chaser is supposed to stay as close to the leader as possible, and the closer they can get, you know, get that door, get side to side on him without hitting him, you get more points. So that's how that works. Let's take a look at some of the other ones here. Okay, so you got XDS Tandem, XDS Competition. So you see that? Drift run with XDS refereeing, during which you have to pass the track section without correction moves with a limited number of side changes. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Here's the tandems. Tandem drifting. Leader's task to collect max DP at clipping points. Follower's task to copy the leader's run as much as possible again. Dual. Tandem drifting with clipping zones. There we go with the clipping. So if you take a turn and you don't take the clipping area correctly, you're going to get docked points. And then you got drift. And then this is just maximum DP. So it doesn't matter how you take it, but speed, angle, continuous drift, getting your multiplier up, that's the name of the game here. So, and then you can also modify at which point of the track you're going to use to drift on. So always fun. It's good, pretty good. So let me just go around here right quick. I'm gonna go back and see if we can get some Springstone going. So you finish your race. Now, just for coming down the road and doing that, I got 20,725 points. And I didn't even really do that much. You get scored for your speed, angle, quality, side change, accuracy, and backwards, which means if you go into a turn with your tail sticking out, it's weird, but it's you're almost spinning out to that point, but you can't, if you keep it under control, you can get those backward points. So you can go straight from there to the lobby, or you can exit back to the main menu, which I'm not going to do. Hopefully I got it opening. There we go. Here's my favorite one, Springstone. So I'm going to show you some just basic gameplay, and I swear, game is totally addictive. Definitely one of the funnest games that I have ever played since Need for Speed Underground, the first one, and a little bit. I didn't really like the second one as much. Ooh, that guy's pretty good. Yeah, this is, and even the racetracks have like little areas you can go into off the track. Now this car is a little bit easier to control to a certain extent, so I can drift all the way to the end. Ooh, took the turn. I'm trying to learn to really modulate and control my car using the acceleration with this car. You can see that guy's a GTR, so he's got some speed under his belt. Oh. And really, as in all things with drifting, real drifting, as so crap. Whoa, got docked on that one. Hit the wall. And that's basically a lap on a Springstone. Uh-oh. Get out of my way, bro. If you drift all the way out there at that early in the thing, you're going too fast into the turn. What you want to be is out here. And you don't want to be in there at that turn. You want to hit that clipping zone right about there so you don't take out the wall back here when you come out of that turn. Woo, I must spin. Like I said, this game is very, while it looks pretty easy, it's not. It's not definitely not Gran Turismo. It's not Need for Speed either. It's somewhere in between those two. Because every car definitely has its own feel. For example, this car is easy to get sideways, a little bit easier than most. Some cars do not get sideways at all. It's just not really fun to drive them. But I think everybody has their own favorite car. That guy almost caused an accident. Now, I'm going to say this. I don't know who this company is, CarX. I've never heard of them before that made this game. I never heard of this game before it showed up on PlayStation about 3 weeks ago. It only cost $29, but easily they could have charged $50 for this game if they wanted to. And trust me, it seems to be well worth that price. Because this game is very fun. And you might be thinking, oh, well, all you're doing is going around the track multiple times. But it's actually pretty fun to drift. If you're into drifting, you're going to definitely love this game. This game is definitely top notch. Sound is pretty good. Everything about it is pretty good. I like it. Probably the biggest problem I have is that turn right there. It's so sharp, and this car has really so much horsepower to it. And I know people want to see me drift that 8.6, and you might want to see that car. Trust me, that car is a beast to handle, but it will teach you, just like they tell you, the 8.6 is a car that if you have it or owned one, it'll teach you how to drive and teach you how to drift. It definitely will, because you will, like I said, have to learn that you can't just go powering through turns like a maniac with that car. If you get out here, see, I'm hitting the accelerator just partially. I'm not even going really as fast as I could, because you're gonna learn. Oh, that you have to modulate your acceleration coming out of turns with that car. You got to set yourself up going in fast and then adjust as you're in the middle of it. This is where I like to be on these turns, so I can just come here, hit the e-brake right there, hit the e-brake again, cut into it, go far outside as I can, and then if you want to switch over quick in your transitions, you want to hit the brake and not your e-brake. You can go e-brake if you want, but sometimes I don't even hit the e-brake. I just that guy's gonna drift out into that sign. That time I hit the e-brake going into that turn, so that's when I wanted more speed. Now I'm gonna show you how many points I have. I've unlocked like not even most of the cars. A lot of them more expensive than others. Ooh. Actually got that one back. I was close. Why'd you get out the way, man? What a bunch of idiots. That's what I'm talking about. People like this. He just sits there instead of just hitting the square button. You hit the square button, it'll reset you back on the track. And this is where the triggers work very well for accelerating and doing your stuff, because like I said, if you're too much on that accelerator going through some of these turns, you will spin out or you will drift to the outside of the track and end up off the road, where you will start to lose your bonus points there. You see that multiplier up there. I don't know what car that is I'm looking at in front of me. Your transition points come from being able to switch directions real quick, basically, if you don't know what that means. See, like right here, watch, this is a transition. 1250 is the most I've gotten for transition points, so I believe that's the highest you can get for transition. I'll give you guys a hint though. This is so close to real drifting that you can go watch the Drift Bible, and that's a video that KT Shushia put out about drifting and how to drift. You can go watch that, and you will get some pretty good tips in this game for this game, how to play it. So that's something to just think of. Oh, what an idiot! What is wrong with you, man? See, now some of these guys, they try so hard, but and I don't know what they think drifting is. But when you hit the car in front of you, it makes you not a good drifter at all. Just because you can just lay on the accelerator the whole time does not make you a good drifter. You gotta learn how to control your car. And here he comes again. Hopefully that's a different guy. Oh. That's my fault, I messed up. I tried to take that turn, I turned in a little bit too early. I swear, these guys want to tandem drift so bad, but they can't drift anyway. Learn how to drift first, and then learn how to tandem drift. You're not going to learn how to tandem drift until you learn how to control your car. It's that simple. Golly, man, what is your problem? This guy has issues. You idiot! What is your problem? This guy is an idiot. Now, there's some guys that are just squids, and they're just all over the effing road. He did it again. Hey, guy. Oh my gosh. Now you can see the frustration of dealing with some of these guys. I like to have my nose pointing towards the exit of the car. Or to the exit of the turn, not the exit of the car. Way too fast for that guy. Damn it. Now if he was doing a team tandem drifting, you want that guy at the front. Because you don't want him behind you. You can't control his car too good. Or this guy that I just ran into. Put them at the front. Okay, so after this lap, I'm gonna quit the game, and I'm gonna show you how many points I got just for being in here. Now he's doing pretty good. Come on, dude. Get that big high horsepower car. You just slow it down. What people don't understand about drifting is you do not have to go through a turn at 85 miles an hour. You enter a turn at 85, slide your car, and you're not really supposed to hit the accelerator. Oh Lord. Let me do another lap because I didn't like that. Oh, I'm gonna crash. Okay, now I'm gonna quit out right quick. Finish race. I got $258,346. So that's pretty cool. And as to SOD Arch, actually, I'm just recording the review to this. Not really talking to anybody. I was just showing people how the game plays and everything. I don't get too much lag either, by the way. I didn't. I wasn't really. I don't get too much lag at all. Now, other people sometimes I get a little bit of lag, but not too much at all. Oh, and I got a million. And thanks. Yeah, it is a very fun game, man. I don't think that people even know about the game. I didn't even know. I was like looking. I was like, where'd this game come from? Like, I think it came out what 3 weeks ago. It's very, 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 very fun. Yeah, and I like it better. Well, I like it better for Need for Speed Heat and those games. Those Heat gets on my nerves. So it's a real fun game. Let me see. They need to do some DLC packs for this though. With the, I see the PC version has some pretty good other cars in it. They got the coupe version of the Toyota Trueno, or whatever people call it, and a couple of other ones. So that's pretty good. Yeah, my favorite racing game besides Gran Turismo. See, what was I about to do? Oh yes, I'm gonna go to my garage right quick. And yeah, I like the drift scores too. I like the tandem drift, but I just like drifting. I don't know. It's just like it's like the surfing of cars. It's like oh no, I gotta find some setups though for my car because I see people they go pretty quick and they got pretty good control of their car. So I'm gonna go look up some setups on online or whatever. And start messing with the settings, get the ultimate setting, and start messing with stuff. Yeah, it really is actually. I've seen people on that Cami Road track, and they're just like killing it. Like 5 cars just going down the road, all like side by side. It's like, wow, this is pretty good. What's cool is they got real. These are real tracks. Like the West Coast Arena is actually Irwindale Speedway, which is pretty cool. I don't know which one I was on before the spring, whatever that track is. Let me see. It's the LA block. I don't know which street that is. Like, yeah, I used to drift Gran Turismo more so on 6 than Sport. Do they still have Tsukaba on Gran Turismo? I mean, on Gran Turismo Sport. I have it. I just don't really play it too often. 'Cause I find it hard to play. I haven't gotten a steering wheel. So I used to play the old on Gran Turismo 6. I used to play that with the steering wheel. And once I got used to playing that on that, it's hard to do it with play it with the controller. Except for drifting. I can do drifting with the controller, but I actually wouldn't race in that game. So I was getting pretty good at it on Gran Turismo 6 on PlayStation 3. I see they've added more cars on Gran Turismo Sport too. Do you still play 6 by any chance? Have you tried? You sell your PlayStation 3 to play 6? I don't even know if that one's still online anymore. Yeah, I used to love 6. 6 was my gang. Oh my gosh. I used to just spend like hours on Tsukaba just drifting around that track. I used to love that game. I don't know. I don't even know if I still have my 6. One of these days I have to get back onto it and play it. Let me see what other cars I got here. I I got this the Wellington. Oh, for real? See, I had this. Oh man, did I have a 180SX? Oh no, I think I had that Seal 80 on 6. I don't know about GT Sport though. But can't you like fix the settings and everything to kind of make it drift right? I used to do the 8.6 all the time on Chicago. I used to love the 8.6 on there. And the FC, those are my two cars right there. Not the FD, the Mazda. Oh, and the GT86 was nice too on 6. I don't know about Sport. I'm gonna actually, I got that game somewhere around here. I'm gonna have to put it on there. Let me see. I'm gonna show you what car I can't stand. I don't know why there's a drift well on here. Cause I've seen a guy drift this one, a D1. Yeah, do they have drift cars on there still? Like the factory cars or whatever, and the shop cars. Do they have the what is it? Is it the Pontiac GTO or the Holden Monero? I used to love that car. Shoot, that car was nice. It was just really well balanced. Oh, okay. Cool. What car do you drift on there? I remember they used to have the initial D86 on there as well. They had the one with the tofu shop thing written on the side. But I had to do some mods to some of those cars. I swear they would just spin out on you really crazy. Do you drift with the controller or steering wheel? I'm gonna try to burn her. Well, I'll tell you, on this, I cannot stand drifting the 8.6 though. The 8.6, you gotta do some serious tuning to it or it will spin out like crazy. I'm gonna try it right quick. Oh yeah, the R8, yeah, the R8's nice too. I remember it used to be. I want to say, was it the R8? Yeah, the R8's really a good car actually. It's really a good car. I'm gonna try to go online right quick. Yeah, but on this, when you get the drift settings on, at least on this game, when you put the drift settings in, they take out the front wheel drive on it. I know people used to be like mad. That's not a real drift car. They drift Subarus and Dancer Evos, and people would be like, "That's not a real drift car. You can't drift that. You would have to take the differential out of the front wheels and have it all in the back, so you could at least get some kind of drift." Yeah. Ooh, I know that's St. Petersburg. Yeah, I remember the NASCAR races on Gran Turismo 6 at least used to be pretty fun too. People would do like 50, literally 50 laps. It'd be crashes, you had to do pits. I don't drift this one as well at all. Do a little bit better because I pretty much learned how to. Yeah, it's gonna spin on me. I'm gonna do some real settings in this. I think I have it on alternate setting too, which is not good. Yeah, with the A6, it will, like I said, it will teach you how to drive and drift in this game. I suck at camera. Oh my god, I really do. I have to use a lower horsepower car. I'll be crashing. I guess I have to practice more. I'm more on that springstone one or whatever it's called. I'm gonna go more on there and do that. I haven't been in the Navarro base yet. I have to go try that one. I want to unlock it and then practice on it. If you go look on YouTube, look up the D1 at Irwindale Speedway. That's the West Coast Arena track. And look at this dude. His name is Ueo. I mean, he kills that track in his 8.6. He was like beating people. He was beating Namuken. Ah. I was wondering what the Ackerman was for. Oh crap. I used to have like a Toyota Corolla GTS hatchback in real life, and that thing, it was fun to drive, but it was, the way I had mine set up was pretty hard to drift. Unless you were like on top of everything at all times. Yeah, I'll go try that out, see. Lower the Ackerman. Yeah, but I have an alternate too, which is. Oh, when it's 100%. I'm gonna go 75 on it, see. I should have just test drove it. Yeah, I hope they do have some DLC and keep updating this. Cause I said the PC version, they have all kinds of stuff. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Wow. That is much better. Thanks for that info. I was wondering what the Ackerman was before I was reading it. I'm like, okay. Ooh, way too fast at that turn. I might have to put it back on ultimate though. Get some more speed out of it. Which car do you use on this one? Which cars? Whoa. Thanks. Like 70 degrees. Wow. Let me see. I want to see how. Oh yeah. Actually, you're supposed to get. I think I've seen you race before. I was watching somebody online. I was just sitting on the track watching them. I think. Have you ever broadcast your you playing? I saw somebody playing, and I swear they were just like straight sideways, like sliding through turns. I was like, whoa. It's not bad. I had to fine tune this one, but it's not bad. What's the missing value? Let me see. I'm gonna go to alternate. Oops. Let me go that far back. Yeah, I think I might have watched it. Cause I was looking for people that were broadcasting on here. I think I've seen you on there before. Yeah, I was looking for people that were showing this game. I was like, wow, this is actually such a great game. I was hoping that more people would get into it, but I don't think too many people even know about it. There's like not too much not too much advertisement for the game coming out on PlayStation Network, and I never heard of it before. I think I followed you on Twitch, by the way, too. Are you on the in the community on PlayStation too? There really too much going on in there, to be honest. Really? Wow. From what I see, it looks like this is like was made in like Eastern Europe or someplace. Judging by the names, I would think there would be like a lot of Japanese developers for this. There were almost virtually none. It was more like Eastern European names. And see, maybe Russian or something. I was like, wow, they really did their research for this game, though. Oh yeah, let's name your community because I will join it. Let me see. Oh, I think I did join your community. Some of the cars kind of surprise me though, and they don't drift at all. Like I've seen people drift this car in real life, but this one doesn't drift really all that great. But maybe I have to set that one to ultimate as well to get more horsepower out of it. This car drifts really well. In actuality, this car is in real life is very heavy. A little bit more, weighs a little bit more than most cars. This car does not drift all that well for me. I really didn't too much in that one. But I like the Chaser. I'm gonna do one more, then I think I am part of your community though, but I'll check and see just to be sure. Yeah, I'm gonna get off right quick. What time is it? I don't know what time it is. Ah. I'm gonna try Cammy Road right quick again. Man, I saw on the PC version they have a freaking truck. Like I mean like a 18 wheel, not the cab, I mean not the but they have like a truck, a semi. I was like, they need to add some cars to this. Not that there's not enough cars already. They got most of the basic drift cars. Ooh, too fast. You don't know how long I've been saying that Gran Turismo should have like toge tracks on it. Oh crap. Oh, okay. They have it set to transparent cars, thank guys. Oh, okay. Because I've seen the coupe version of the 8.6, and I never seen them in this game. I just watched other people like playing on Twitch or something on PC, and they have the freaking oh, they do the DLC. See, I want to mess with the camber and springs and all that other stuff. Oop, way too fast. When do you usually get on here and play? Somebody, where do you live in another country in Europe or? Oh, okay. Oh, you're in Colorado. You ever go to any real drift events? I don't know if FD comes out there. I know I haven't seen D1 in the USA for quite a while. I see a lot of the Japanese drifters usually are in Formula Drift now. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I know they come out here once. They should be coming out next month probably, as a matter of fact. That's true, 'cause they got a lot of... Hell, I don't know if you guys have tracks out there though. I'm pretty sure you might, but... I used to live in Los Angeles. I went to the first D1. They had a drift show off in California, in Los Angeles. Really? Wow, you guys got some nice hills and you should have some canyon drifting in these here. Yeah, I went to the first D1. They had a drift show off in Los Angeles, in Irwindale Speedway, but it was in the parking lot. And that was the first time drifting. That was in 2000, maybe 99, 2000. And then after that, they had the first D1 out there at Irwindale Speedway. And like I said, it's just like that West Coast Arena track, which is, you go around that oval, you drift that oval, and then when you get to the starting line where that checkered starting line is, you sweep, you go up, you come down, and then you go around that inside turn. They had actually two tracks. They had the one with the outside turn, and then they had the one with the inside turn that you have to go back around. And then Formula D came out, and they had that at California Speedway. So I went to like the first three or four of those, which was pretty cool. It's something to see though live. If you can ever get to go see one, definitely go see one because it's ridiculous. You're like, how do they do this with these cars? And the one guy that had the 8.6, actually it was more than one, but the one guy that won the first one, the first actual sanctioned competition for D1, was his name was Ueo. I forget his last name. I think it's Kashi something. But that guy was just killing. I mean, he was going through like the turns like crazy. Oh, Pikes Peak. Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, Pikes Peak. I think some of the drifters go up to that and race that though. That's right, Pikes, yeah. They have the hill climb, right? The Pikes Peak hill climb. You guys have rally out there at least? So did I want to say Reese Millen. I know his dad. He was a drift. He was in rally, man. I love rally. Rally is actually quite amazing. No guardrails. Wow. Whew. Yikes. How can you go up there with no guardrails? That is crazy. Yeah, rally is crazy. I know who was the guy that died. He was like he used to drive the Subaru. He was actually pretty famous. I can't remember his name right offhand right now. Yeah, I love rally. Love watching it. I don't know if I could do it. Yeah, I forget his name. Oh man, he's actually really famous, and he got killed during a rally. He used to drive the Subaru. He used to have that one with the blue one with the yellow stars. I can't remember his name offhand. Wait a minute. We get off here right quick. So I can check. I should remember his name. But I'm getting old and my memory's getting horrible. Let me see. As soon as I say his name or find his name, then I'll be like, oh, I should have known his name. Oh, Colin McRae. He used to have a bunch of games. Remember? I don't know if you remember the games. He used to have the Colin McRae rally games. Yeah, he died. Oh, but he didn't die in a dang. He died in a helicopter crash. But still, he was pretty good though. Yep, Colin McRae. What it tripped me out, the drivers aren't as crazy as some of the fans are. If you ever watch a rally competition, and you see people standing on the side of the road, just like so close, the guys are almost hitting them with the tail of their cars, and they come sliding through. It's crazy. It is crazy. Oh man, accept the friend request. Well, I'm about to do it on my console because things tripping. But I'm about to get off right quick. I'm gonna accept your friend request, and I think I've joined your thing, but I'm gonna make sure and come back over there and join your community too. Oh my God! Did you ever see the video where the car goes flying off the road into the crowd and like hit people because they were standing so close on the side of the road? It's crazy. Yeah, it is nuts. That and ice. Oh, and Gymkhana is pretty good, fun to watch too. Just have that mode in this game. Yeah, they must want to. That's too much. It's bad enough. Like you see NASCAR events where the tires or the cars are flying into the crowd or something. Let alone on a road with no kind of, like you said, no guardrails or nothing. They're just standing there with like a piece of tape protecting them from the road, and they're just standing there. It's nuts. Yeah, it is nuts. I know I wouldn't do it. But yeah, I'm about to get off right quick, and I'm gonna accept your friend request and join your community. And I think I can still have some of my picks from the D1, but I think they're on my PlayStation 3 instead of my PlayStation 4. But I could probably download it on my memory stick, and I'll send them to you. You can see some. I don't know if I have any video. I had a. Yeah, you have a good night too, Arch. And like I said, I'll accept your friend request and I'll join your community and I'll post some of the. I don't think I'm gonna get any drift scores like yours, but